Welcome to my sister's keeper show.
See, the thing is, I have a soft heart when it comes to women. It's women that have been through so much, women that have been through struggles. When I see a woman struggling, when I see a woman going through a hard time, when I see a woman hurt, it hurts me as well. It's as if I'm the one, it's kind of like I'm feeling their pain. I don't know if that makes sense. Um, so I was just because I've been through that. I've been through heartache. I've been through um, you know, brokenness. I've been through humiliation. I've been through so much. And when I see someone else going through that, another woman going through that, it pains me. So when I keep on hearing my sister's keeper, and after a certain time, there was a day where my pastor had preached, and it was Bible study. So he was teaching Bible study, and he was saying sometimes the things that I think it was recognizing what God calls you to do or your calling and something like that. Um, and he mentioned there's something that if it bothers you so much, or if something that hurts you so much when you see it, it revolts you, it just makes you just, discomfort, or, bring discomfort or something, you just can't stand seeing something, most of the time, that is what you're called to. Example, if you have this like what is it, a burden when it comes to children, you just can't, you just want to help children. Every time you see a child, you want to, maybe you are called something in something that has to do with children, helping children, helping the orphans, things like that. So again, I Prophet, I'm very sorry if I uh butchered your message, but um please don't hold it against me. But I believe that's what you had said, but people don't quote me on that. So anyways, so I felt, that's how I felt. So I was like, okay, my sister's keeper. I was like, well, maybe I need to start a nonprofit organization, or maybe I need to start a ministry. Maybe it's a ministry that I need to go. I need to start to help women who've been through so much, to bring, because there's some women that are struggling, but they don't have the means, they don't have the what's the word? They don't have the people to bring, resources. They don't have resources. So I maybe I can work in a way that I can bring resources, connect the people with the right resources. Maybe what I've been through, I can use that to help others. And that's what I was thinking. I was like, okay. And then I started jotting down ideas and everything. And then I was like, I had two ladies in mind that I was like, I'm going to talk to them and, about that, and see if they want to join me so we can do it together. And then I was like, instead of just jumping into it, let me grab my computer, let me do some research on my sister's keeper, making sure that there's no one else doing the same thing I want to do. So I Google it, and I see two organizations, both of them named my sister's keeper. They're two different organizations, two different logos, two different, here in Texas, but two different cities. Um, and they're doing exactly what I wanted to do. So I was like, I don't think God is calling me to do the same thing, to, I won't say to do basically what they're doing. Then we will have three my sister's keeper doing the exact same thing. And I was like, no, because this is not a competition. So I was like, okay, I'm going to pray about it. So I started praying about it. And then days later, I hear podcast, and I'm like, why am I thinking about podcasts? Now, mind you, I never listened to a podcast before this. So I never heard of podcasts. And when I see someone talking about podcasts, I'm like, mm-mm. I move because, like, for me, it's just if I'm not watching a movie, I'm not watching something else, I'm listening to music. That's it. That's what I always wanted. Preaching, music, movie, podcasts. I'm like, why am I going to sit down and hear people talk? So And I kept on hearing podcast, podcast, and I'm like, so finally, and then everywhere I go, I hear podcast, TV podcast, computer podcast, on my phone. I'm like, okay, I get it. So then all of a sudden, I think one day I was just sitting there, and I don't know, I think the TV was watching me because the TV was on, but I was not watching the TV, so the TV was watching me, thinking. And then I was like, testimony, my sister's keeper podcast. I was like, oh, okay. So I was like, I'm gonna start a podcast about testimony. That's how I'm gonna help another woman. That's how, you know, other people who've been through this. First, first on, let me rewind a little bit. When I decided to do the podcast, at first I was like, I'm gonna start, sharing my testimony on the podcast. And that's it. That's all I had. But then the more the days were going, the more we were, moving, you know, days goes and day keeps on going back and forth back. I'll keep on going back and forth with this podcast, My Sister's Keeper testimony. Then I was like, I want to help women. How can I help a woman? When I was going through hardship, when I was going through brokenness, when I was struggling, when I was crying myself to sleep, I wish I had someone that went through what I went through, who shared my pain, who knows how I'm feeling, talk to me and tell me this too shall pass. That will tell me that, everything will be okay.